Hello and welcome back to part 6 of this series. In the last video we implemented thumbnail images. We downloaded one image and attached it to all our posts, and now we can display it and it's a link to the post as well. Once we create the single post page, it will access that. So in this video we're going to be implementing tags. Tags is a really cool feature that allows your users to browse posts that have only one particular tag, which means these posts belong to one particular topic. So let's do that. But before we do that, let's stop the development server. Let's have these windows side by side and let's commit our changes. So git add dot to add all the files and git commit, and our message would be fetching and displaying thumbnail images. Images. There we go. Okay, let's start implementing tags. So the first thing we do is let's go to our posts and let's add an entry called tags. And in Markdown, the syntax for bullet points or for arrays is with a dash, and then you just type whatever you want. So the first post, let's give it code as a tag. Second one, this is HTML, so let's give it tags code and design. And then the third one, let's give this tags design and tutorial. It doesn't matter that much at this point. Okay, so in order to see these tags we need to fetch them first. So let's go to our index, and here where we fetch all the properties and the front matter stuff, let's add tags, and then let's pass that to our post. We're passing a property we haven't created yet, which is tags. So tags is node.frontmatter.tags. So let's go and handle this tags thing in our post component. So let's add tags here. And by the way, this is destructuring, if this confused you. This, instead of putting props and then using props.title, props.author, we just destructure them from the props object. Okay, so our tags should go before the button. We want them around here. So before our button, which is right here, let's do, and by the way, I'm gonna have them as a badge. Let me show you in the React strap. These are badges. We import this element called badge, and they're like this. It's just some sort of like an unclickable button, and we're gonna use the blue one, the primary color. But before we do that, let me bring in this function and I'll explain in a minute what it does. Let's just copy this. I'm gonna post this paste bin link in the description, and I'm gonna create a folder called util, which stands for utility. And I'm going to create a file called utility. Let me check if I spelled that correctly. No, I didn't. Utility functions. It's hard to talk and type at times. I'm going to paste this, and I'm going to do module.exports equals slugify, which is this function. I'm going to explain a couple of things. So what this function does is it creates a slug from a word, from a normal string. A slug is a URL friendly string. So let's say you had a tag that is called web design, or even like this, your tag is called web design. This function will basically turn it into this web dash design. It's gonna make a slug. This is a slug and this is a regular string. So now we export it, and I'm using Node syntax for exporting stuff, and I'm not using ES6 export because we're gonna use it later in this file right here, Gatsby Node, which will be run by Node and not by React. So the syntax has to be friendly as well for Node. Okay, let's go back to our post component. Let's bring in that function by doing import slugify. And by the way, I did an array here in case you wanted to add your own functions or whatever. You can just like add them like here, other function, and then you can just use that. So I'll just leave it like this for now. So import Slugify from, go back one level, and then util, and then utility functions. And here we need to add a UL with the class post-tags. And if you're wondering where's the styling coming from, it's just coming from here. Go to card.css, it's right here. Just gives it, it removes the padding and puts them in an inline instead of like one on top of another, and some basic styling basically. So let's loop through our tags array. Let's do tags.map, and then for each tag we return. And by the way, again, instead of doing this, opening a block of code and doing return, since we're only going to return something, we're not going to do anything else. We can just skip that and do normal parentheses and do our return element. So our ally will have inside of it a link that goes to, let's do template literal string, because we need to use a variable inside of this string. And let's do /tag/ and $, open curly braces to put a variable in the string, and let's do slugify tag. Now this will take the tag text and make it into a slug, and then form this URL for us. And this link will say, we'll just have the name of the tag, so just like this, tag. Wait, no, not like this. We need to have our badge here. So let's do badge, and let's actually bring that in. Badge from React strap, and it's gonna have a color attribute of primary, which is gonna be blue. Let's close that, and then let's say tag. Oops, tag. Let's save that. What else? I think we are good. So let's save all files, and let's run our development server doing Gatsby develop. Now this should now display all our post tags under the text in the post card before the read more button. Okay, it's done. Let's click that, and here we go. So the third post has design and tutorial as we added them here, and you can see them here. The first one has only one code, and if you click on one, it takes you to /tag/tutorial. And just to demonstrate what I was talking about making a slug, let's just change this design one to web design, and let's save. I love how it immediately changes, it's so fast. So it's right here, you can see the normal string, but when I click, it's become a slug, a URL friendly slug. Okay, I want to change something. I want these tags to be more visible. So let's give this badge a class name of text-uppercase, which does exactly that, just makes it uppercase. And let me revert back the web design to just design. It doesn't really matter, but let's just do that. Okay, I think we're done for now for this video. We got our tags here, and yeah, in the next video we'll be actually working on the sidebar. So we're gonna be finishing, I'm taking the approach of finishing the home page first and then starting to work on the other pages. And if this is overwhelming that each time we click a link it's broken, don't worry about that, guys. We're gonna implement these pages, and it's gonna be easy and smooth sailing and easier than what you think it would be. So just make sure to tune in and code along. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers.